everybody, it's Kyle. Long time no talk to you. Hey, so I am back from our big bad trip to Florida. It wasn't a bad trip at all, actually. It was great. We were fortunate enough to be able to stay in a really nice condo resort type environment. It was really amazing. It's called Club Wyndham at Bonnet Creek. Club Wyndham at Bonnet Creek. It was amazing. We had a 2-bedroom place. We had a kitchen. We had a dining room table. We had a breakfast bar there in the on the other side of the kitchen. We had a living room. We even had a deck. It was incredible. I can't say enough great things about it. And we really got in a nice place this time. Definitely one of the nicer places I've stayed as far as family trip type thing. And we hit a lot of theme parks. We had 3 days at different Disney parks, and we had 2 days at different Universal parks. We did go to Cocoa Beach. The first day we were there, it was pretty nice. It's the first time the kids have been on the ocean side. But it was really nice, and the pier was really cool. Very pretty. Water wasn't quite like Clearwater, but actually it was better than Clearwater, Florida right now, because there is what's called a red tide in the Gulf there, and Clearwater is overrun with it. Tampa Bay as well, or they were. And what that is it's a giant bloom of algae in the water that happens, and it murdered zillions of fish. I saw news reports before we left that people out at their boat docks and everything, and all the water just looked white because it was just dead fish bellies. It was horrifying. So I was like, great, there goes our beach action. But we went over to Cocoa Beach instead, and actually we ran into a friend of my son's who also lifeguards with him. We ran into a friend of Chris's. I think it was Robbie. I can't remember the name, but he was a very nice guy. And, we had a good time. We just went and checked it out. We grabbed something to eat, had a cocktail or two, and then headed back. That was kind of our first day. The next day we went to Animal Kingdom, and probably one of the longest rides you'll wait on, one of the longest things you'll wait on at any Disney park is the Avatar deal. And boy, oh boy, it was 110 minutes we stood in line. Jeez. But I will say this, it was incredible. I don't even know how to really explain it, except for the fact that it's a situation where you're sitting on one of the dragon type creatures and flying. And you can feel the animal breathing, at your knees and everything. It's like you're really flying that thing. Incredible. All four of us were just floored. Amazing stuff. The other stuff there, the other Avatar thing, the river deal, it was almost like it's a small world, but it was in the Avatar environment. And we did go on the safari. That was kind of cool. It was all right. And then we went to, I think we went to Universal Studios the next day, Islands of Adventure. That was pretty cool also. A lot of rides. We did the Incredible Hulk ride. We did, beyond a doubt, the most incredible heavy-duty ride, roller coaster that we went on. The Velocicoaster. Holy shit. What an amazing roller coaster that was. We were all blown away by it. And I'll tell you what, I will say this about most of the rides and stuff we went on. I'm very happy to see them start using kind of the lap secure things, because I just don't like that over my chest, and they always combine, they fucking push it down on you. And then it's like, okay, well, I guess I can't take a complete breath for the next 3 minutes. And it's just bullshit. If you can ride Velocicoaster with it just holding your lap in and your legs, then you can fucking ride anything with that type of setup. So I don't understand the old chest push down, push in on your stomach type things. Yeah, I'm a chubby guy. I'm not skinny. I get it. But at the same time, I just can't stand that feeling of being restricted from taking a full breath. So I'm happy to see more rides go with the lap secure stuff. But yeah, Velocicoaster was amazing. We did the Incredible Hulk coaster. That was pretty cool. Lots of 4D type rides in Universal. And we went to regular Universal too. Islands of Adventure and in Universal. Lots of those 4D style rides where you, sit in a chair or you sit in a small vehicle that's going through something and, air hits you and sometimes even some water, stuff like that. It's pretty wild, but those were all pretty amazing too. The next day we went to Magic Kingdom, and actually maybe the next day I think we took a day off. We just hung out at the resort, and there's like 2 lazy rivers there. There's a pool at every single tower. There's like 6 towers, and there's a giant hotel, and we could use all the stuff at the hotel, but the hotel people couldn't use all of our stuff. So it was pretty cool. I mean, there's an ice cream parlor on premise. There's tons of bars and places to go. I mean, there are arcades, everything on that resort. It's really gorgeous. And then the next day we went to Magic Kingdom. We rode some of the stuff. I mean, here's the thing about Magic Kingdom. My kids are too old, 13 and 15. I mean, there was some nostalgia to it. They rode the teacups and acted silly. We rode a few other things, and they had fun with it. But overall, no more Magic Kingdom for the kids. And then the next day, we went to Disney Hollywood Studios. We love the Tower of Terror, the Twilight Zone kind of ride, where you take the elevator up and it kind of goes up and down. And I mean, I love Twilight Zone anyway. And with the intro there, I mean, it was just amazing. That was really cool. I'm going to take a quick break. I will come back and talk to you guys a little bit more about what we did. And the big thing I'm going to talk about is Galaxy's Edge, as you can imagine, and my astromech that I built. So I'm going to just send it over to Kyle real quick. Hey, Kyle. All right, we're back, everybody. All right, so in Hollywood Studios, there's lots of cool things to do, but beyond a doubt, the number one attraction in the whole entire thing is Galaxy's Edge. Here's how big of a deal it is. I got in right away. Now, I'm talking about 2 months ago. I made the reservation to make an astromech, okay? So that's like an R2 unit or a BB unit, okay? But I actually made an R6 unit. Same type of thing. But anyway, so you can go in there, you can pick the parts up off a conveyor belt, and then you build your droid. And then you can actually put a personality chip in there too. And so when you're walking around with the droid, in a backpack or something like that, and they do sell a backpack there. Yes, I got that too. I got the whole thing together. They had a package deal for all of it. But it's cool because when you're walking around with your droid and there's other droids nearby, they converse. And then in addition to that, when you're walking, of course I went with the Resistance or whatever, the Rebellion, whatever. And it's Resistance for the age of my droid. I'm not going to get into all that. I know too much about it. Sorry. But anyway, so it's a Resistance droid. And when we saw like Kylo Ren or Stormtroopers or something, my droid would start going, and making some noises because it knew we were near bad guys. Kind of cool shit. It was a lot of fun. I did see a lot of people. I made that reservation, like I said, 2 months before we went. The only other reservation you could make, there's 2 more reservations you could make, but one I could have made 2 months ago was for Oga's Cantina, okay? So that's like an actual like Star Wars cantina. They have cocktails in there. They have some light food, stuff like that. But it's like a cantina. All the themed drinks. They have non-alcoholic drinks for the kids. We got like a charcuterie plate, but it's all named space stuff. But it was fun, man. And we sat with another family. They sat across the table from us, and they were really nice too, and really cool. But it was a great day. We had a lot of fun that day. We actually left the park that day and came back that day. That's the only time we did that, the whole time we were there. Because my appointment or the reservation I got for Oga's Cantina, I went online every day, at least once a day, sometimes twice a day, for 2 months before I was able to get a reservation for Oga's Cantina. And our reservation was 9:20 at night. The park closes at 9. There's still people all over the place. But we went back a little early. We rode the Tower of Terror again. We actually got into the queue somehow. We tried to get into the queue earlier. 7 a.m. the day you're going, you get into the queue for the Rise of Resistance ride. And then if you don't get in right then, and let me tell you how that works. I got online at 7 a.m. on the nose. At 7:10 a.m., it told me they were full. Or no, I'm sorry, not 7:10 a.m., 7 a.m. and 10 seconds. In 10 seconds, the ride filled up between 7:00 and 7:0010. Okay? It filled up in 10 seconds. So you can try again at 1. So we were walking around looking at stuff around 1 o'clock, and we all tried to get on at the same time, all 4 of us on our phones. Luckily, my lovely wife, April, got us in, and we weren't set to go back in and ride the ride until the very end of the day, okay? But we did. We got a chance to ride it, and I will tell you guys right now, that thing was fucking incredible. I mean, absolutely amazing. And I don't know how to explain it other than you're on a shuttlecraft, and it gets caught and brought onto an Imperial, or not an Imperial, a First Order Star Destroyer. Okay? And I'm not kidding. When you step off the ship after the tractor beam brings you on, when you step off your shuttlecraft, you step onto the fucking deck of an Imperial Star Destroyer for realsies. And there's a full battalion of frickin' stormtroopers lined up in front of you. And there's TIE fighters docked in there. They're ready to go. I mean, it is insane. A giant room, and it looks like you're inside a First Order Star Destroyer. Amazing. From that point forward, they put you in a holding cell, and they're trying to get information from you as far as to find out where the secret rebel base is, or resistance base is, blah, 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 blah. And Kylo Ren shows up. It's cool as hell. Very immersive, very fun. The ride was amazing. Kylo Ren's chasing you at moments. It's cool as hell. And then after that was our reservation for Oga's Cantina. So we went on down and had that. But that day was great for me. I'm glad my family all seemed to have a lot of fun that day too. But my wife definitely spoiled my ass that day. And I had a great time, man. So the droid I built an R6 unit. Okay. Well, I was going to build like an R5D4, which is the droid that Uncle Owen and Luke originally bought that blew up because it had a bad motivator or whatever. And so then they ended up taking R2D2. Okay. I was going to buy that droid. He's red and white. But what I started looking at and I saw all these other droids, I kind of like this style at the top of this other one. And it has more of the big eye thing like R2 has, but it looks kind of more that conical type head like R5 unit. I'll put pictures in here. But it's fun, man. I've played with it some, and the cool thing, it comes with a remote and all that stuff. But what's really cool is now there's an app for your mobile device, and you can control it on there. You can have it do all kinds of things. You can play tic-tac-toe against it. It's crazy, but it's really cool, and it sounds really awesome, and it's just fun to play with. To be honest with you, I know I'm an older guy, but it was just fun, man. And I was thought about building a lightsaber, but good Lord, man, those things start at like $250, $230, sorry. And what am I going to do with the lightsaber? You know, put it up on a shelf. And probably mostly I'll do that with this too, but occasionally I'll pull it out and drive it around on the floor and piss the pugs off, the pug pack. But yeah, so that's what we did. And then the next day after that, we had also R6 units are from the era of the First Order and the Resistance. So after Lando and Chewie destroy the second Death Star, okay? And on that mission from Return of the Jedi, all right? So our 6 units are from then. Our 5 units are from way back, you know, in the prequel era, and then also in the Clone Wars, all right? And our 6 units are later. I know. I read all about it, but I had to come up with that because I wanted to name him. So his name is R6D9, okay? You guys figure it out. All right. It's not exactly what you think, you dirty-minded. It's something else, but it's pretty cool. Anyway, so yeah, the next day we went back to Universal. We went to regular Universal Studios. That was a lot of fun. We had a great time there too. We rode some rip-roaring roller coaster or something. And then we also, we did a lot of the 4D rides there and kind of shut that place down. That was fun also. We had a good time. Oh, and they had some Blues Brothers impersonator guys that come out and sing and dance on the street. They drive the Bluesmobile up with the big horn on top of it when they're driving, making their announcements. That was cool. I got some of that on video and some pictures. I'll put all these pictures and stuff and put a link to it so you guys can go check it out. And then, let's see, we had one more full day and night. And I'll tell you what, on that day and night, we did nothing. As a matter of fact, my wife never even left the apartment room thing, all right? She just stayed inside all day. That's how tired we were, man. I mean, it was exhausting. And, you know, her, with that foot surgery she's had and everything, I got to hand it to her, man. She's a lot tougher than me. She handled all that stuff like a pro. And I really got to give her props on that. Really amazing. So anyway, so there was that. And then that's about it. And then we came home yesterday. We were running a little bit with a lot of time on our hands, actually. We had to turn in the rental car not until later in the day. Our flight wasn't even until like 7:30. We didn't even get home really until like, you know, almost 11 p.m. last night. But everything went pretty smooth, you know. But it was kind of a little mad dash there towards the end. But we did go see a movie. We went and saw Old, the M. Night Shyamalan film. We went and saw that one, and that was pretty cool too. Good movie, by the way. Some spoilers in there. I'm not going to give them away, but it's good. I like the idea of it, and I like the story of it, and the acting and stuff was great. It's a good movie. Check it out if you get a chance. I think that's the first big Apple TV movie. That's about it, guys. But I know this has been a long episode, and it's a special report. I still don't even have the 100th episode for you guys. Sorry. But more stuff to come soon. I got one more interview to record for that deal, and I will get that to you guys. And I appreciate you guys bearing with me. I will have some more videos coming up soon, a couple reviews, probably one where I show off the R6 unit, the astromech that I built, and stuff like that. So bear with me. Thanks for listening, guys. I really appreciate it. Oh, get off my lawn.